Okay, that takes us through the entire process in the HVACR, going from setting up that basis of design, doing your load calcs, getting your system configured, air balancing, duct design, pressure loss, takeoffs. Now let's get into some of the reports you can generate. So down here, you'll find reports, and you have a few options. When you go to generate a report, you can select 4 different types. There's the basis of design, which is going to give you all that information you filled out in the profile step, any general notes, your weather information, a map of your project, wall types, space types, system criteria. It's going to create a PDF 8.5 by 11, nice packet. That becomes a basis of design. When you generate your heating and cooling loads PDF, this takes all that information from your load summary and also gives that in 8.5 by 11 format. Here's what that looks like. This table of contents is hyperlinked, so I can quickly navigate to my systems. You'll get a page for cooling and a page for heating. Additionally, you can generate that report as a CSV. That's going to give you 3 different spreadsheets. It'll give you a space table, zone table, and system table, and all of the loads data that you see in the app and in the PDF report, but in a CSV file. So from there, you can create schedules. I like to use the zone CSV report to create equipment schedules and get all the load data from my different zones. You can do the same with systems, or you can just export all of your spaces if you need to run some additional calculations from there. Lastly, we have the space, ventilation, and airflow CSV. And this is probably one of my favorites because this is what I use to create a ventilation schedule very quickly. This ventilation schedule is going to give me all of the data on airflow for my spaces. To quickly go through this, you'll see each of your spaces in a row, systems, zones, space type. This group here is going to show you all your ASHRAE 62.1 information, people and area rates, and what the required outdoor airflow is. Following that, we'll have any advanced info. So if you have an air change rate, you'll see that here. Your exhaust calcs will be outlined here. This portion here will show you any other calcs that might drive your supply CFM, like a minimum supply air required, what the cooling load determined supply is, and what the heating load determined supply is. And then finally, you're going to have a breakdown of your design supply, return, exhaust, transfer in and out, and ultimately your differential for each of your spaces. To create a ventilation schedule, I'll just remove the columns I don't need and reformat. All right, and that's it for our in-depth comprehensive guide to HVACR. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out by sending us a support email or scheduling a call here.